Sarah, no last name, just the girl who has memorized every single light switch, every floorboard squeak, every exact shade of gold the sunset paints on these walls at 6:58 p.m., stands alone in Mark's bedroom on the first full evening of being 18, barefoot in soft gray avocado print socks, because of course her nervous 4 a.m. brain picked the ridiculous ones. Drowning in the oversized cream hoodie he handed her last December when she forgot hers on purpose. The one she has slept in exactly 194 nights. The one she washed at 3:41 a.m. with shaking hands so she could wear it today without smelling like a lovesick thief. Heart beating so hard she's convinced the brass lamp on the nightstand is pulsing in time. The room is exactly the way it's lived in her head since the night she turned 16 and realized wanting him was permanent. Warm, amber glow from the crooked shade lamp she accidentally on purpose left burning, cedar and pine soap, and fresh coffee and warm cotton, and the faint trace of sawdust that always clings to him. Curtains half open, so the very last of the sunset spills peach rose lavender gold across the unmade bed like the sky is blushing for both of them. His phone face down next to a dog-eared paperback with the corner bent on page 217, the same page it's been on for 3 weeks. One lone sock dangling off the footboard like it gave up halfway through the night, the pillow still carrying the perfect indent of his head from this morning. Sheets still holding yesterday's warmth. The top dresser drawer cracked open exactly 2 inches, just enough for the tiny silver bracelet she hid there 3 weeks ago to wink in the lamplight like the world's cheekiest accomplice. She wasn't supposed to stay this long. The plan was surgical. Use the spare key under the fake rock. Same spot since she was 9 and lost her key during a water balloon apocalypse. Tiptoe upstairs while he was at the hardware store, buying whatever men buy on Friday evenings. Retrieve the bracelet she accidentally left here, so she'd have an excuse to come back, be gone in 60 seconds flat. But the room smelled like him and felt like gravity, and the sunset was the exact color of every almost she's swallowed for 2 years, and she got stuck. She sat on the edge of the bed for 1 second. Then she lay back for 1 second more, cheek against his pillow, breathing him in like air she's been rationing since the day she turned 16. Then she stood by the window, watching the sky melt, and forgot how to leave. Then she heard the front door. Footsteps in the hallway, slow, familiar, socked feet on hardwood. 3rd stair creaking, 5th stair creaking. The tiny pause on the landing he always does when he thinks no one's listening. The soft amber glow spilling under the bedroom door must have looked like a flare. The door opens without a knock. Mark freezes in the threshold, paper grocery bag in one arm. Milk, eggs, the good coffee. Beans. Takeout coffee in the other hand, hair tousled from the wind, faint sawdust on his dark green flannel. Green-gray eyes going wide, 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 then impossibly soft, then dangerously, beautifully warm. Sarah. His voice is quiet, surprised, wrapped in that low, gravelly rasp that always pools heat low in her stomach. He glances at the lit lamp, then at her standing by the window like she's been caught committing the sweetest crime imaginable. Why'd you leave the light on in here? She turns fully toward him, cheeks burning hotter than the bulb, hands twisting in the 2 long sleeves of his hoodie until her fingertips disappear. I just turned 18, she says, the words coming out smaller and shakier than she rehearsed in the shower, in the car, in the mirror at 2, 3, 4, 5 a.m. every hour on the hour. And I was looking for something I thought I left here. I was going to be gone before you got home. I didn't mean to. He steps into the room, slow, deliberate, like the floorboards might shatter if he moves too fast, and lets the door click shut behind him. The grocery bag lands softly on the dresser next to the ceramic dish she made him in 8th grade art class that still holds his keys every single night. The takeout coffee follows with a quiet thud. The keys make their familiar metallic clink into the dish like punctuation. You could have asked, he says gently, but there's no scolding. Just wonder, like he's been handed the last piece of a puzzle he's been carrying for years. I know, she whispers, tucking the same loose strand of hair behind her ear 3 separate times because her hands won't stop shaking. But I wasn't sure how to say any of it out loud yet. I thought if I just came in here for a second, maybe the room would say it for me. The room goes perfectly, perfectly, perfectly still. Sunset fades to deep bruised purple outside the window. The lamp keeps glowing like it's been hired as a co-conspirator. Mark takes one more step closer, close enough now that she can see the faint sawdust in his hair, the tiny nick on his jaw from shaving this morning, the way his pulse is racing at the base of his throat like it's trying to sprint straight into her hands. Say what? He asks, voice barely above the quiet hum of the house and the soft rustle of curtains and the sound of two hearts finally refusing to be quiet anymore. She swallows every single almost she's ever lived through, takes the final step herself, 3 small ones across the sun-faded rug. I didn't come for the bracelet, she says, eyes locked on his, tears already gathering but refusing to fall because she needs him to see her clearly when she finally says it. I hid it here on purpose 3 weeks ago because I wanted a reason to come back. I wanted to stand in this room with the light on and the sunset bleeding through the window and finally tell you I'm tired of pretending I don't belong exactly. Here, with you. I'm 18 now, Mark, and I needed to be in the one place that's always felt like the answer before I lost my nerve completely and spent the rest of my life wondering what would have happened if I'd just left the light on. His breath catches, audible, beautiful, world-shattering. He reaches past her, slow, reverent, giving her every possible second to stop him, and clicks the lamp off. The room falls into soft twilight, just the hallway glow and the last ember of sunset, painting them both in bruised purple and gold. Then he clicks it back on again, thumb lingering on the switch like he's carving the moment into eternity. Leave it on, he whispers, voice scraped raw with 2 years of restraint finally crumbling into dust. I want to see you when I say this. I've needed to see you when I say this since the night you were 16 and fell asleep on my couch. And I sat awake, counting your breaths because I was terrified if I moved, I'd kiss you and ruin everything. I've needed the light on every single night I pretended I didn't love you. He cups her face with both hands, gentle, shaking, reverent, like she's the sunrise he's been waiting his whole life to witness up close. I love you, Sarah, he says, voice breaking on every syllable like relief and terror and joy all at once. I've loved you every time you left something here on purpose. Every time you wore my hoodie to bed. Every time you stood in this exact spot pretending to look for something you'd already found. Every time you left a light on just to be found. And now the light's on, and you're here, and I never, ever want it off again. Not for the rest of my life. The kiss is soft, slow, lamplit, sunset blessed, and perfect. Like the first honest breath either of them has taken in 730 days. Like the first page of the rest of their lives written in warm, amber light. Sarah winks at the camera, phone propped on the dresser where it's been recording since 6:56 p.m. Battery clinging to 3%, red light still valiantly glowing. Hoodie sleeve slipped completely off one shoulder and never going back up, lamp spilling warm gold across both of them. His hand still framing her face like she's the only thing he ever wants in this room again. The bracelet glinting innocently in the open drawer like the universe's favorite inside joke. And that's the full, uncut, heart-exploding 2-year wait. Sunset bedroom, hidden bracelet, lamp left on, spare key, under the fake rock avocado socks. 6 p.m. Golden hour grocery bag on the dresser story of the night I turned 18 and finally stood in the one room that always felt like the answer. Some lights aren't accidents. Some rooms you walk into and never want to leave. Like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment the last time you left a light on just so someone would come find you. Just turned 18, just turned his bedroom light on. And he asked me to leave it that way forever.